Kindness returns when you need it most. Have you ever wondered, why do some moments stay in your heart forever? Not because they were big, but because they were kind. This story begins with the pain that many families silently carry. In a small town buzzing with shops and crowded streets lived a little boy named Rayan, a child with a heart far bigger than his tiny hands. His mother, Aisha, worked long hours, but recently life had become a heavy guest they did not invite. Bills piled up, sleepless nights increased, and laughter slowly faded from their home. Yet, like all children, Rayan still dreamed. One afternoon, while walking past the bakery, his eyes lit up like fireworks. On the counter sat a chocolate cake, shiny, fresh, beautiful, exactly the kind his late grandfather used to love. "Mama, can we get this for Grandpa's Remembrance Day?" he whispered. Aisha's smile froze. She picked up the price tag, and her fingers trembled. Rayan gently pugged her hand, pretending not to notice. "It's okay, Mama. We can make something simple at home. Grandpa likes anything." But even his softness couldn't hide the sadness in his voice. As they turned to leave, the shopkeeper called out, "Is something wrong, sister?" Aisha forced a smile. I think we'll buy something cheaper. I can't afford this today." Silence wrapped the room, and then a voice behind them, soft, warm, unexpected. "I'll take care of it. Please let me buy the cake." They turned. A middle-aged man stood there, ordinary clothes, tired eyes, but a kindness that felt almost familiar. "No, please, this is too much," Aisha said, embarrassed. But the man placed the money on the counter and whispered, "You're not taking charity. You're completing a promise." They stared at him, confused. With a shaky smile, he shared a memory he had buried for years. "When I was a little boy, my mother tried to buy me a cake once. She didn't have enough money. I still remember the shame in her eyes. A stranger paid for us. He never told us his name. I always wished I could thank him. Since I can't, I thank him by helping others." Aisha covered her mouth as tears escaped her eyes. Rayan looked at the man as though he were a miracle in human form. Before leaving, Aisha asked for his name so she could repay him someday. But the man placed a hand over Rayan's head and said softly, "If you want to repay me, promise me this. When life gives you a chance to help someone, don't hesitate. That is how kindness survives." And then he walked away, leaving behind a silence so deep it felt holy. Little did they know, the kindness given to them that day would return years later, at a moment when Rayan needed it the most. Time passed. Rayan grew into a compassionate young man, the kind of man who remembered pain, but never repeated it. One evening, outside a hospital, he saw an old man sitting alone, struggling to count coins for his medicine. His hands shook, his eyes filled with fear. Rayan didn't think twice. "I'll pay for it," he said. The old man looked up in disbelief. "Son, why would you help a stranger?" Rayan smiled with tears in his eyes. "Because once, someone helped us when we needed it most. And he said kindness should always be passed forward." The old man's eyes glistened. At that moment, Rayan realized something powerful. Kindness doesn't stay where you give it. It comes back when your heart needs it the most. Kindness is a seed. It always grows, even in hearts you never see again. If you feel the story should reach more people, please like and share the video. Do not forget to subscribe my channel for more interesting stories.